Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our channel where we bring you the best classic stories for kids. In today's video, we are going to tell you the story of A Christmas Carol. Once upon a time in London, there lived a rich man named Ebenezer Scrooge. But the word rich doesn't really do justice to how much money this man had. He was extremely rich. He lived in a big house with high walls and iron gates. In fact, the house had so many locks and bars, it looked more like a prison. But inside, everything was made of gold and silver. One day, a worker came to Scrooge to ask for some money to buy food for his family. But Scrooge shouted, "Be gone! How do I know? You won't just spend it on drink or waste it." He even chased the poor man out of the house. Whenever Scrooge walked down the street, people would hide to avoid bumping into him because they knew he would yell at them. And when carolers sang Christmas songs, he would yell, "Merry Christmas, pop, humbug," and chase them away. All the townspeople thought he was mean, and even his own nephew tried to stay away from him. Every year, Scrooge felt sadder and colder inside. His heart turned harder than the winter frost. One foggy Christmas Eve, Scrooge was counting his money in his office when his clerk, Bob Cratchit, asked for the day off. "Why should I give you the day off? Are you trying to make fun of me?" "There is no tomorrow," Scrooge said. "We have work to finish." But Cratchit said, "Sir, it is Christmas Eve. Many families spend this time together. May I go and be with mine?" Scrooge shouted, "Don't be ridiculous. Work, work, work! That's what you are here for!" Cratchit sighed and went back to his desk. He didn't want to upset his boss, so he worked all day long. When it got dark, Scrooge told Cratchit to stay even longer. Finally, when it was way past midnight, he let him leave. As Scrooge walked home that night, he walked fast. But soon, he stopped and stared at the sky. Above him was the ghost of Christmas yet to come. He was afraid to look at it, so he ran all the way home. When he opened the door, he shut it quickly and hid under the covers. Then suddenly, a voice rang out, "Beware, you miser. You have another chance to change your ways. 3 Christmas spirits are coming to see you tonight. Do what they tell you, and your soul will find peace. Ignore them, and like me, you will spend eternity in darkness and chains." Then the ghost disappeared. Scrooge couldn't believe what he had heard, but he was too scared to move. Suddenly, a bell rang. When he peeked under the covers, he saw a strange figure with a lantern. As it came closer, Scrooge could see that it was a ghost, dressed in robes like a judge's. Above its head hung a golden crown that shone brightly. "Who are you?" Scrooge asked. "I am the ghost of Christmas past," the ghost answered. "Come with me, and I will show you the joys you once had." As Scrooge held onto the ghost's robe, they traveled through time until they reached his schoolroom. Scrooge saw a young version of himself studying by candlelight. No one played with him during recess. He sat alone on a stone bench, swinging his legs and watching the other children play. Feeling sad, Scrooge returned to the present. He also saw his old office and watched a younger version of himself making deals with customers. Everyone liked him and respected him. They often shook his hand and patted him on the back. Then Scrooge saw the home where he had once been happy. He saw himself giving a warm welcome to an old friend. They shared a bottle of wine and enjoyed each other's company. But Scrooge also saw a woman with beautiful red hair standing behind his friend. She was obviously in love with him, but Scrooge ignored her. Slowly, the glowing figure began to fade. "Thank you for showing me this," Scrooge whispered. "You may be gone, but the memories will stay with me forever." Suddenly, the room lit up again. And when Scrooge looked around, he saw another ghost. This one was large and jolly. Its belly shook like jelly when it laughed. "Who are you?" Scrooge asked. "I am the ghost of Christmas presents," the jolly ghost boomed. "Come, I will show you how others celebrate Christmas while you are still alive." Scrooge and the ghost flew over London. He saw people decorating their homes, hanging up stockings and putting Christmas trees in their living rooms. They landed outside a small house, and Scrooge peered through a window. Inside, Bob Cratchit and his family were eating a Christmas dinner. Even though their food was simple, Their faces were happy. Scrooge also saw a group of boys singing carols, and he heard their sweet voices echo through the streets. "Oh, what a beautiful night!" he whispered. The ghost of Christmas present led Scrooge into the room where the Cratchits were having dinner. "What a nice family," Scrooge said softly. "How many children do they have?" "5," the ghost replied. "But the youngest one, Tiny Tim, isn't feeling well." Scrooge's heart sank when he saw Tiny Tim sitting alone in a corner. The poor child looked thin and weak. Suddenly, Tiny Tim raised his glass. "God bless us, everyone," he said. As Scrooge listened to the Cratchit family laughing and talking, he felt a sudden pain in his chest. Was this how his greed had affected others? The ghost of Christmas present showed Scrooge even more families celebrating, and each scene made Scrooge feel worse about himself. The ghost then vanished, and Scrooge found himself in a dark place. When his eyes adjusted to the darkness, he saw another ghost. This one wasn't friendly like the last two. It was scary and thin. Its face was covered with darkness, and when it moved, the air grew cold. "Who are you?" Scrooge asked, trembling. "I am the ghost of Christmas yet to come," the ghost whispered in a spooky voice. "Follow me if you dare." Scrooge wanted to run away, but he was frozen in fear. The ghost led him through dark and scary places. Then they stopped in front of a group of men. "Who is that?" Scrooge asked. One of the men said, "Another cold case of poverty!" Nothing more. The old miser died, but his family didn't even mourn him. Nobody cares. He's gone. Scrooge's blood ran cold. Did these people just talk about him? Had he become so unimportant that no one cared when he died? Then Scrooge saw a family crying. It was the Cratchit family. "Why are they sad?" he asked. The ghost pointed to a gravestone. Scrooge looked closer and read the words on it. "Here lies Tiny Tim." Scrooge fell to his knees. So this is how his greed had hurt others. Tiny Tim had died because he couldn't afford treatment for his illness. Scrooge begged the ghost, "Please, spirit, tell me I can change these shadows. Please, please, show me that I can save Tiny Tim." The ghost of Christmas yet to come waved its hand, and suddenly Scrooge found himself back in his bed. It was Christmas morning. He could hear children laughing and playing outside. At first, Scrooge thought it had all been a dream, but when he looked around, he saw the ghost's chain hanging on the wall. Realizing it was all true, he jumped out of bed and laughed for the first time in years. He put on his warmest clothes and rushed downstairs. He wanted to help everyone he met. He gave money to the poor, ordered a giant turkey for the Cratchits, and raced to his nephew's house. When he burst through the door, everyone stopped to stare at him. "Merry Christmas, everyone!" Scrooge cried. "I haven't felt this happy in ages." He spent the entire day laughing, hugging people, and enjoying the Christmas feast with his nephew's family. From that day forward, Scrooge kept his promise to change. He visited Tiny Tim every week and paid for his treatment. Slowly, Tiny Tim got stronger and healthier. And one day Scrooge even carried him on his shoulders through the streets. Many years passed and Scrooge continued to honor Christmas. Whenever people spoke of him, they said he knew how to keep Christmas well. And as Tiny Tim said, God bless us, everyone, and that is the story of A Christmas Carol. Which character was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of our magical tailies. And we will see you next time.